AI has generated wild video concepts, fake scripts, spooky deepfakes, and terrible business ideas, all generated from the depths of hell. And today, I'm going to see if I can bend the will of artificial intelligence to replace every element of my entire YouTube operation. If I succeed, then every one of my army of unpaid interns will be paid even less than nothing. Ah yes, the glorious AI will reign supreme. So of course, be sure to give this video a like to let our future artificial robot overlords know that you're a benign human and should be spared in the upcoming AI apocalypse. AI technology has advanced massively in the span of the last few years, and with that advancement has come new innovative ways of creating things. Why draw a meme when you could just get an advanced AI to draw Thanos in a business suit for you, simply by typing out those words? Ah, it's beautiful. Now, as a full-time content creator, I'm always looking for ways to become more efficient, more effective, and more lazy, but also just better at gamifying the entire slot machine that is YouTube. So naturally I thought, can I make a video with as little effort as possible by using artificial intelligence to make as much of it as possible? Today I'll be using an AI to try to generate and optimize the essential elements of a video. The script, the title, the description, the thumbnail, the entire SEO tags analytical backend, and maybe the voiceover. After all, you don't know if it's a human talking to you anymore. Oh god, what have I done? These are all the different tools at our disposal today, and spoiler alert, some are a lot more appropriate for the task than others. So without further ado, let's begin. Right, as we all know, the key to making a perfect YouTube video is to have a massive click-swallowing title that attracts the eyes and gobbles up your attention. Trust me, I know how to make a nice title. Sure, you might have a concept that's entertaining for hours on end, but if you haven't distilled it into a title that shocks, attracts, and maybe teases people just a little bit, you're not going to get anywhere on this platform. So this brings us to Creator ML. This is a machine learning tool that attempts to tell you which title and thumbnail pairing will generate the most click-throughs. By entering a load of titles and a load of thumbnails, you can easily stack up hundreds of variations. And then the machine learning algorithm works its magic and the cream of the AI generated results will simply rise to the top. You might not necessarily want to follow these recommendations 100%, but in our experience this tool helps us to pick out the good ones from the bad ones. And best of all, if you're feeling lazy, you don't even need to put in the title yourself. You can even plug in your human title ideas and click this magical button here, and the program will come up with AI alternative generations of your title. It'll then predict which of these combinations will perform the best. It's driven by GPT-3, which is one of the leading text generating AIs, which you can even play with yourself for just a couple of dollars. But this one has been tailored towards creating clickable YouTube titles. So, welcome to the platform. This is our lovely, wonderful tool today. It's absolutely glorious. The UI is very simple. You just put your thumbnails in here, titles in here. You can generate new titles, and then you choose the category that your video is actually a part of. Now, if you're a super special fancy boy like myself, then you've gone to the lovely creator of this, Charles, and you've said, hey Charles, how about I give you a load of additional money and you go absolutely insane and generate a personal machine learning algorithm just for my channel. And that's exactly what Charles did. The results are absolutely astonishing, and this software can predict with pretty much an 80% perfect accuracy exactly how well a title or thumbnail is going to perform. Thanks Charles, that's perfectly balanced. As a result, that means this isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of algorithm. Titles that work for others will not work for me, and luckily the AI will be able to detect that. For example, if I did a video titled FIFA Ultimate Team Unboxing, incredibly handsome Finnish people, probably not going to attract my regular viewer demographic. However, it seems like it does work for 50% of the channels on the trending page. Actually, Connor, that's a good idea. Write it down, Connor. Write it down. I've got a new project for you, boy. So it's time for us to add some of the lovely titles we have. So what I've done is I've put in some lovely titles that we as a human being have come up with. Now we're going to get GPT-3 to generate 5 new title ideas for us. So here we go, fantastic. We've generated 28 title ideas. We're going to put our video into the science and technology category and predict that this video will be 15 minutes in length. Now what we need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is dump in some thumbnails. Now because we actually haven't generated our AI thumbnail yet, we can't put it in. However, I've gathered a smorgasbord of alternatives. Bam, here they are. They're looking fantastic. Starting, we've got an AI generated tube thumbnail, which we thought was fantastic. I've stolen a Mr. Beast thumbnail and some kind of Fortnite thing. It's the worst fail apparently, but hey, it's apparently a very successful thumbnail, so I'll be nabbing it, as well as 2 thumbnails of my own. So using these selections, we're going to rank these combinations and work out what the AI machine learning algorithm believes is the best title and thumbnail combination. Now, of course, we're going to be changing our thumbnail later down the line, but it gives us a good idea of the title that we're going to probably want to base the image from. After all, you could do this either way around. You could generate the title from the image or the image from the title. We're choosing the latter because we feel it makes the most logical sense, and it gives our AI image generating prompt something to work with. Now, the results have come in and we're going to be ranking them via views since published, not click-through rate, and we have a few interesting combinations. The top title apparently is the best artificial intelligence YouTube video, which is 52% better than the worst combination that was generated by the AI, which is me versus artificial intelligence. I think it's a decent title, however, I personally prefer our third option here. An AI made this video. I think it's shorter, it gets to the point faster, and I do prefer the AI generated thumbnail that it's gone with of one of our previous attempts. So all in all, this is a very good result. We know the title that we want to start basing things off of. All that we need to do next is the entire SEO, script, and thumbnail for this monstrosity of a video. So let's get to work. Everyone knows that descriptions are the real bread and butter of YouTube SEO. Recommendations historically live or die based on how effectively you can weave keywords into a coherent description. Some of my videos in the past have become legendary for some of the nonsensical ways I've grammatically managed to destroy the English language in order to hit all of those potential impressions. But luckily, the time of my human effort having to be expended on this is over, for my beautiful friends over at VIDIQ have a groundbreaking technology that does all of this keyword weaving automatically, with no effort at all. Say hello, ladies and gentlemen, to me uploading this video, kind of. Okay, this is actually just the test upload for it. So what we're going to do is use this AI description generator to dump in all of the most critical keywords for this video. Then we're also going to use it to generate the actual keywords that we're going to put in the tags of this video. All of these things, including the title, will be what initially weights YouTube to decide who to push this video towards and what new audiences to potentially recommend it to. So let's begin by generating ourselves some tags. So first I'm going to do the description and put in all of the tags that I know will help boost this video. So we're going to put in AI as a tag. We're then going to put in YouTube exploit. We can then put in YouTube itself, VidIQ, algorithm, unlimited views, free labor, oh that's my favorite, exploit, and finally Spiffing Brit. Yes, that's right, I can put myself in here. Wonderful. Right, now that we have all of that created, we're going to use the AI to generate us a few descriptions. This could be lovely and coherent, and you know what? The first one is actually pretty good. In this video, we're taking a look at a YouTube video exploit created by an AI. The AI was able to generate a video with million views in just a few minutes using free labor. This exploit is a great example of how AI can be used to exploit YouTube users. By using free labor, the AI was able to generate 1 million views for a video in just a few minutes. This highlights the importance of being aware of YouTube exploits and how to protect yourself from them. This is actually a pretty decent description that sounds like it was written by a human. This is better than most of my own descriptions. The next description hasn't turned out so well. In this video, an AI made this video. The AI uses YouTube exploit to generate malicious views and free labor to make the video. The AI was created by Unlimited Views, who say, we want to show the world how easy it is to use free labor and views from the YouTube platform to generate traffic and financial gain. Well, at least the AI is being brutally honest about it. The AI was designed to exploit the YouTube algorithm and generate views, likes, and subscribers for illegitimate channels. The AI is Spiffing Brit and is powered by free labor and malicious views. Damn it, the ruse is up. They know I'm a robot now. Oh, bugger. So my personal favorite is the first description. So this is what we're going to insert, but just to make sure, I'll also be generating a second set of free, just to double check, and if any of them are better, we'll be dumping it in. Oh my god, actually, this is fantastic. This is actually insane. The AI has actually perfectly planned out our entire video. This video was made with the help of an AI. If you're wondering what that is, it's a machine that can run simulations and create videos. In this video, we used the AI to create a spectacular video about the YouTube exploit. The YouTube exploit is a new way to get views on your video without having to do anything. By using the AI, we were able to create a video that tells the story of the YouTube exploit in a spectacular way. If you're looking to get views on your YouTube video without having to do any work, then watch this video. That's actually a perfect description. Right, we're putting in 2 descriptions. I don't care, it's twice the SEO value, okay? Probably that's how it works. Gotta hit that word cap of 5,000. Okay, well that's great. Now that we've got all of those words actually in, and I'll also make sure to include the title of this video, it's time for us to generate the actual tags we're going to be able to use in this video. So we're going to be using a mix of tags that are very relevant to my channel, tags that have the overall highest VidIQ weight class, basically meaning that my audience is searching for them a lot and that their search rate on YouTube is very high. Then also tags that just have a really high search rate and tags that have really high competition. Like for example, the Queen, because there's a lot of people Googling the Queen for some reason. I mean, fine, we'll include it, why not? So we're going to dump in some relevant tags like Spiffing Brit and perfectly balanced game and exploit. Then we're going to need to get some high volume searches, like say glitch, funny, and why not throw in IGN for good measure, because I'm sure they'll make an article about this, you money-sucking bastards. Anyway, so after dumping in some more tags, we've got some additional highly recommended keywords like say YouTube Shorts, Elon Musk, AI art, how to, meme compilation. I don't think we can put meme compilation in, but we could include stuff like say TikTok and Skyrim, because hey, I've just said the word Skyrim, so we can legally include it. By showing it on screen, we could put anything we wanted here. So there we go, that is all of the tags we're going to be putting into our video, and hopefully it will do very well. We've got quite a high actionable SEO score in terms of this video, which means it should get pushed very nicely. At the same time, based on the tags that we've put in our tag section, the AI of VidIQ recommends we also put these key terms in our description. So we will do that now by generating an additional description with all of these terms. There we go. I don't know how it's going to mash all of these key terms together, but it's going to give it a good go. Oh my goodness, it's doing its best to generate all of these key terms together. It's trying to generate something to do with YouTube SEO, the economy, VidIQ memes, and Victoria Free. And so it said, hello there, my name is Victoria, or Victoire. Yes, I'm Victoire. I'm an AI and I made this video. Oh, this is great. Okay, I'm going to put this in, but I'm going to fix it a bit. Hi, my name is Victoria Free. I love it. I love AI so much. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. There we go. That is the description and that is the tags of our video sorted. Now we just need to actually work out the script and then the thumbnail, and then we're going to be perfect. Now, of course, the main tool that we've used in this entire section and that ultimately underpins the entirety of this video is VidIQ. It's ridiculously useful. It gives you a huge amount of useful data, like say this bit right here that says, hey, the current best time to post today is between 3 and 5. That's incredibly useful. It will give you a huge amount of data to know what your audience is actively searching for. Consequently, in my opinion, it is the must-have tool for anyone attempting to succeed on YouTube. It's absolutely fantastic. Ultimately, it doesn't matter how talented you are or how good at your craft you are. If you suck at YouTube SEO, titles, descriptions, and optimization, you're going to get absolutely hardly anywhere. And that's where VidIQ comes in to save you. It's great. So if it is something you want to try out, I've negotiated with VidIQ to give all of you a fantastic discount. Instead of being its normal price, it is only $1 for all of you lovely people to try for 1 month. So I strongly recommend giving that a go using any of my lovely links. At the same time, I also get financially compensated, just so we all know. But that doesn't really change the fact that I wouldn't recommend this tool. I've been using it for like the last 4 years. So in my opinion, just getting the discount is good enough. It's actually very easy to get artificial intelligence to write YouTube scripts. Now, there are a few reasons for this. Firstly, the vast majority of YouTube videos are incredibly formulaic. There's a very clear structure that most videos follow: an introduction, some sort of main body, then a conclusion. Secondly, the language used in YouTube videos is generally very simple and straightforward. This is because YouTube is a platform that is designed to be accessible to as many people as possible. Finally, the topics that are covered in YouTube videos are usually quite limited in scope. This is because people tend to watch YouTube videos for entertainment or information rather than for deep and complex analysis. So all of these factors combined make it very easy for artificial intelligence to write YouTube scripts. In fact, there are already a number of companies that offer this service. However, there are also a few drawbacks to using AI to write YouTube scripts. Firstly, the scripts can often be very repetitive and formulaic. This is because they are written by algorithms that are designed to follow a specific structure. Secondly, scripts can sometimes be inaccurate. This is because they are written by machines writers that do not always understand the context of what they are actually writing about. Finally, the scripts can be very expensive. This is because the companies that offer this service often charge a lot of money for their services. Overall, there are both advantages and disadvantages to using artificial intelligence to write YouTube scripts. However, the advantages generally outweigh the disadvantages. Now, folks, what if I told you that every one of those arguments, word for word, was generated in a matter of seconds by a simple prompt? That's right, I had you fooled, didn't I? Are you feeling okay? Do you feel reality beginning to slip away from you? That everything you knew and loved was a lie? Yeah, don't worry, so do I. Artificial intelligence is terrifying, and you could genuinely upload that as a video or use it as a source of information. And especially if English wasn't your first language, you'd have absolutely no clue it was made by an AI. But don't worry, it's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to reality. Grab yourself a cup of tea. We're only just getting started here. Now, that was just a puny 200 words that our lovely AI generated, but with a couple of edits, I can easily bend the AI to generate over 2,000 words, which is certainly longer than this script. It's pretty good, and chances are most of you didn't even notice it was written by an AI. But maybe you're out there saying, okay, Spiff, cool, it works for the context of this video, but most people will be able to tell when they're reading something that's written by an AI, especially, say, experienced writers. They would definitely be able to spot an AI. Well, actually, they wouldn't. Now, please, if you're watching this, don't go tell the mods of Reddit, but I've been using another tool very similar to this to generate stories for the r/writing prompt subreddit, and they've actually turned out really well. What started as just a joke side project that we thought we might turn into a video has accidentally turned into a very successful karma farm, whereby we simply take the prompts from the writing subreddit and just generate AI-written stories from them. And guess what? Out of all of the stories we've generated, not once have we been accused of using an AI. A handful of times people have said, hey, you've used bad grammar, but other than that, no one on this entire subreddit knows that we're using an evil robot to entertain them. It's honestly terrifying how powerful this is. But yes, with a mix of GPT-3 and novel AI, you too can melt the minds of your friends. Ultimately, however, we decided that we couldn't use an AI-generated script for the entirety of this video. Or, then again, how do you know that this entire video isn't generated by an AI? After all, if we fed it enough Spiffing Brit scripts, there'd be absolutely no way to tell. It would even know my humor. Oh dear. Okay, well, enough of the existential crisis. It's time for us to generate the perfect thumbnail. Now, what you're looking at when you clicked on this video is the result of hours of prompt wizardry. You'll all probably remember when DALL-E 2 hit the pipes of the internet a few months ago, and we were treated to such classic AI-generated hits as Jar Jar Binks at the Nuremberg trials, Mr. Blobby courtroom sketch, and Jesus Christ Funko Pop. Now, these were quite simple prompts, very easy for an AI to actually generate, but as the image generating tools evolved over time, it became clear that the prompt, or the words typed into the box, could be added to over and over again to create very specific, incredible, and well-honed images. Some AI image aficionados even believe that prompt wizard may become a job of the future, and honestly, I don't blame them. I genuinely think this is an entire role of work that the world may one day have. AI-generated art makers. Now that's a job that initially, when we started making this video, I took upon myself. Using Novel AI's built-in image generator, I simply typed in best YouTube thumbnail, and oh my god, no! Oh god, no, abort. Okay, right. That's probably just a freak accident. I don't know how it's made an anime person, but it's probably just an error. At the end of the day, you can put in the same prompt, generate it loads and loads of times, and you get like thousands of different results. So let's just run it again, and oh god, no! Please, Novel AI, please think of the monetization. YouTube monetization team, please, I swear, she's a 400-year-old vampire. Right, so that didn't work, and it was naturally time to hand over the role of prompt wizard to my lovely editor Marcus. So firstly, we started from basics, and we switched over to Dream Studio, which uses an AI image generator called Stable Diffusion, which is similar to OpenAI's most famous DALL-E 2, but unlike it, it's open sourced. We wanted to make the thumbnail recognizable as a YouTube thumbnail, so we tried to get it to recreate some tropes. For example, here is a cliched YouTuber YouTube thumbnail. It's good, but a little bit messy and confusing. For example, the words are a little bit crazy. So perhaps we could try it instead with this. Super viral YouTube thumbnail. And these are actually really good. I like these a lot, especially Tube. I just think that's great. I mean, you don't exactly know what you're looking at, but at the same time, you also instantly do. And that little knowledge gap and confusion can be really effective at stopping someone from scrolling past your thumbnail. But of course, we've got to continue this rabbit hole. So let's try the perfect YouTube thumbnail. that's good, but it's still looking like it's focusing on the idea of YouTube itself rather than a specific video thumbnail. And at the same time, it's gone a little bit more absurd. So let's take a different approach and start copying some of the terms that are included on the most viral thumbnails on the site. So, how about a man with a surprised face pointing at a mysterious object with a bold red arrow? I mean, that's what most YouTube thumbnails are like nowadays anyway, right? And you know what? It's actually done quite a good job of making it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a peak perfect YouTube thumbnail with all of the hits and punches that you would want. I mean, look, this guy on the top left looks like he's about to disgrace his entire reputation and release a sports hydration drink. What could possibly go wrong? Now, these faces are horrible though. The guy on the bottom right looks like if Folding Ideas and Francisco Goya's Saturn had a child and then ate his head. Maybe we could improve them a little bit by asking for a close-up. And oh my god, why aren't they wearing any clothes? I feel like the top left sums up the vibe of 70% of YouTube film commentary, and he's about to give me some lovely hot takes on whatever Marvel's just created. But where is he going? Where did he come from? And why is he in what can only be described as an asbestos-ridden apartment? And why are they all so angry? This is insane. Okay, I can't help but feel like the AI model was trained on thumbnails from a few years ago. None of these would work in modern YouTube. I mean, have you seen the trending page? There's no brown, grey or cream in sight. It's all hyper bright colors and shocked faces. So computer, let's go full power. Let's create a trending page classic. This is the prompt we're going for. A man with a surprised face pointing at an AI close-up 8K resolution, hyper detailed, viral YouTube video, viral YouTube thumbnail, hyper colorful, eye-catching, clear, stunningly beautiful. Bingo, there we go. It's the perfect YouTube trending thumbnail. Okay, and sorry Linus Tech Tips ahead of time for what can only be described as exploding your staff. I mean, I'm pretty sure I recognize all of these guys from your videos, but hey, I think I've created the perfect formula for creating the most generic YouTube thumbnail. And if we run it again, it just works. Okay, right, this is actually more terrifying. The deeper we go, we're just creating creepypastas. Now, all of these are good, however, they're slightly too generic, and I don't think they necessarily appeal to my audience or necessarily fit very well with the title of the video. So instead, ladies and gentlemen, that is why we are going with this lovely thumbnail right here. It's fantastic. So now that we've settled on a thumbnail, we can move on to the most difficult part of the equation, but not before letting you in on a little secret. You know, here at Spiffco, we love stock photos. We love them so much, we even got into a spot of copyright trouble for using them. Well, throughout the video, I've been dropping in AI-generated stock photos that we've created using this exact same technique. So soon enough, we won't even have to take pictures of Hide the Pain Harold, when we can just make him out of digital Play-Doh. It's a genius and terrifying plan. Now, usually the only thing left to do at this point of video creation is to actually read out a script that of course I've lovingly crafted, or in the future an AI has terrifyingly manufactured. Now, I'm not going to do it myself here for fear of creating an all-too-realistic army of spiff bots that will someday murder me and usurp me and take my watch hours, but it is now actually entirely possible to create a very realistic voice double of yourself using nothing more than a few hours of spoken word. This piece of technology is actually fantastic and terrifying at the same time, because we can use it in, say, medical science to perfectly store people's voices after they've lost them maybe, allowing them to communicate for themselves, but at the same time you can use it to effectively get anyone on the planet to say whatever you want them to say, which is absolutely terrifying. But interestingly, we're heading into a future where human voices aren't necessarily preferred over AI-generated voices, especially if English isn't your first language. You only have to take a look at TikTok to see that AI-generated voices are actually more palatable to the human ear than real ones.
Binley mega chippy, Binley mega chippy, Binley mega chippy.
Creators are actively pushed towards using AI voices simply because their content will do better as a result. In fact, I can generate a booming voice right now
just by typing into this app called Descript. Is this what you prefer? Is this what you want? Internet, is this better?
What's more is that if I choose to feed hours and hours of my voice into this app, which I obviously have, it could generate one of these AI voices that sound exactly like me. In 2018, voice clones sounded like this.
Artificial intelligence technology seems to be advancing very quickly. Should we be afraid?
I mean, I can definitely hear my voice in there. That is That's really interesting.
But now, even with just half an hour of audio, creators like the Corridor crew can create AI voice doubles of their whole cast for a measly $12 a month. And just like that, they don't even have to exercise their vocal cords to make a video happen. When you pair this vocal generation with the AI-generated concepts, titles, descriptions, images, it seems we've done it, ladies and gentlemen. With just a few hours of setup, we've got to the point where I can just snap my fingers and bam, infinite videos. And what's better, it's total free labor. I am become Spiffbot, destroyer of the algorithm. The feeds will flood with my content. Your eyeballs will drown in my media. Remember my name. Give me your watch time. It belongs to me. It always has and it always will. In all seriousness, I hope none of this concerns you too much. With these AI models getting stronger and stronger, it is only a matter of time before these speech-duplicating AIs are impossible to distinguish from real voices. It's also only a matter of time before GPT-4 writes better and more eloquent scripts that most content creators would prefer. And it is also only a matter of time until the ease and accuracy of image-generating tools make stock or even bespoke photography completely unappealing for video makers like me. But the fear of automation taking all of our jobs is as old as the introduction of the goddamn spinning jenny, and the genuine fears about its implications and control over our lives has led to a giant wave of political, social, and economic questions about our current time and the future we're headed towards. Will AI allow a lucky few to gobble up even more of the world's scarce resources? Will it enable business owners to be so productive they can give their staff a higher standard of living? Or instead, will these owners actually then even want to have staff? Will they choose to get rid of all of their workers and hoard the resources for themselves? What does it mean for the workers? What does it mean if 99% of the content consumed on YouTube can be created by one person with a few spare hours and a lot of computing power? Automated videos have been around for a long time. You only have to look at those top 5 channels or article websites and find some dreadful text-to-speech reading product specifications. And hey, those places exist and they're uploading like 100 videos each month. You can't stop them, but there will be a time when automated content will rival the content that is made by real people. What happens then? I genuinely don't know. My hope is that it will only push us to be better. I hope that we'll stop chasing algorithms, trends, and just feeding the content treadmill as quickly and as broadly as possible, and instead we try to connect as we always have, on a human level, because I believe that's what people really want. They want to feel. They want genuine human feelings and emotions. Perhaps the future of AI will push us to one that actually focuses more on the meaning of life itself, to contribute to the world in a way that only we can, not as a cog in a machine, but in a way that is uniquely human, with love, with understanding, with empathy, with passion, and in a way that can never be replaced by machines. Perhaps what we want from life in its entirety is to simply be human. Yes, I think that's the true message of this video. In other news, buy my Christmas merch, ladies and gentlemen. My corporate AI overlords now interrupt this heartwarming section to say that you need to buy this now. Buy it. Don't you dare not buy it. You need to get it before Christmas. Do it now. Oh dear. But there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This video has been incredibly fun to make. If you want to try any of the particular tools, then I've managed to wrangle discounts with CreatorML and VIDIQ so that you can try this out yourself at a lovely and cheaper rate. I've popped it down in the description and the comment section for you. If you've enjoyed today's video, then make sure to give it a like. It is genuinely terrifying and exciting, but tell me what you'd like to see creators try and make with AI, or what the weirdest and most terrifying thing you think could be made with AI. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. As always, a massive thank you to each and every one of you lovely sausages who subscribed, all of you lovely YouTube channel members and Patreons. And hey, if you sat there wondering what video to watch next, don't trust the algorithm, trust me. You want to watch this video on screen now, go watch it, it's perfect for you. Anyway, I'll see each and every one of you in the next one. Have a lovely day, and goodbye for now.